Hey, welcome back, folks, to Max and A for Horsemanship. And I'm actually going to make it a little quick today out here because even though it is actually a few degrees warmer than it was last time I was standing out here talking to you, it's a lot windier. And so in spite of the actual temperature being higher, it's not very nice out. No, it's not very nice at all. Well, you can see their manes blowing around if you're looking at, or hey, you knock it off. I'm going to have a conversation about that. But I'm going to have a conversation with you about what I consider to be good horsemanship and what good horsemanship is. Because it's one of those things that, as a part of what you just saw me doing with the two youngsters, which are both right here behind me, and we're not done with them yet either, by the way. I'll show you a few more tricks with them in a little while when the weather gets a little nicer and they're a little bit older. Because there's a few things yet. They're actually, I'm getting real anxious to ride them. They're getting that close. As far as experience and knowledge goes, physically they're not ready. They're way too young. But I'm getting a little impatient, actually. That's probably why so many people start horses young. Maybe that's got a lot to do with it. Humans tend to be a little impatient and want stuff right away. Anyhow, that's got nothing to do with the video you're about to watch. The one you're about to watch is based on questions that were asked of me as to, well, I'll let the video speak for itself. So grab yourself a coffee. That was only a couple minutes longer than the last one. I'm sure you got lots of time in your day to watch it. I know you do. And looking forward to you spending a little time with me. And hey, if you got something to say about it, leave a comment down below and like this one and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I got a lot more subscribers than I got views. I don't know what the deal is with that, but oh well, doesn't really matter. So I'll see you in a bit. Okay, I thought I was getting rid of a horse. Instead, now I got two. Well, actually, I got four. They're all in here. But anyhow, the question I got asked was, a guy was kind of interested in my horsemanship and he wanted to know more about it and what actually produced the most positive results. And well, my answer to that question might be a little bit of a surprise to him, because I'm not going to mention one or two or even 10 or 20 things, because there is no one, there's no group, it's all of them. All of them produce positive results. But that really doesn't have a whole lot to do with good horsemanship. Well, not yet. I'll get to that, though. The other part of his question that I think really needs some clarification was he wanted to know specifically what things were mutually beneficial to me and the horse. And the answer is actually very similar to the first part of the question, is all of them. Because if it's good for the horse, it's good for me. And so pretty much everything is mutually beneficial. And, there's just no way around that. Now, I want to explain what good horsemanship is, or at least what I think it is, because I think that's part of the problem when people ask questions like that, is they don't truly understand my concept of good horsemanship. What do you want? It's my big cuddle bug. And then my sweet little girl over here. And him. Interestingly enough, Big Pretty is way back there, and she's actually the one behaving herself today. Usually she's up here, and this one is over there. Well, anyhow. Good horsemanship isn't a method or technique. And there are actually some guys out there that are fairly well known that you could follow, and you could learn lots of really good methods and techniques from them, even though personally I don't think they're great horsemen, but they definitely teach sound methods and techniques. And that is what they rely on for their success, actually. And they're more into fame and fortune and entertainment, and yeah, it's not about the horse like it should be. Because to me, that's part of what good horsemanship is. It's got to be about the horse. It's got to be about these goofy characters here that can sometimes be a bit of a nuisance, but they're nice, they're gentle, they don't hurt me, and I really enjoy them. So what's good horsemanship? Well, it's not about methods and techniques, but good methods and techniques, very handy, and doesn't hurt to learn them. And there's actually quite a few guys you can learn them from, even though, honestly, I don't think they're that great a horseman. One of them in particular, I'm going to tell a little story. I'm not going to mention a name, though, because I don't want you thinking one way or another about any individual, because I'm not into that stuff. I don't do name dropping or bashing or none of that stuff. But there was one guy that, well, unfortunately, as far as I know, he was actually a pretty good horseman at one time, but he's kind of turned this whole thing into, it's all about fame and fortune and making money, and he's become quite wealthy and powerful, and, well, that's one of the reasons we don't even want to mention his name, is because I know for a fact that he can make videos on YouTube disappear. He has that much influence. I don't know how he does it, but I do know he does it, because some of the videos that I have seen that were not very flattering did in fact disappear. And they were not ones that he had personally endorsed or uploaded from his website or anything like that. But what happened at one clinic or demo or whatever you want to call it, he was entertaining people with his, hey, look at me, I'm a great horseman. And somebody had brought him a problem horse, and he had to accomplish a certain task that, this goes back to something I said before, it takes as long as it takes. And the problem that that particular horse had was one of those things that you can't rush it. But because he had this big audience and wanted to look good, he ended up resorting to some rather old school and even some rather nasty methods, which in the end were unsuccessful to an attempt to accomplish what he wanted to accomplish with the horse. And, well, like I said, as a result, he was unsuccessful because he was relying on methods and techniques to make himself look good, and he had to resort to methods and techniques that were not really of the genre that he promotes. So anyhow, well, even though he's a very well-known individual and prominent in the horse world as this great horseman that teaches you how to do things, he failed because he put his own fame and fortune and his own ego and pride ahead of the well-being of the horse. And he failed because of that. And that's part of what good horsemanship is it's the mentality. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. It's having the mentality that says, I care about this horse. I want to do right by this horse, and I'm going to employ the best methods possible that don't scare the horse, they don't hurt the horse, they help the horse to understand as quickly as possible. And, well, like I said, what's mutually beneficial? Everything. If it's good for the horse, it's good for you. If this horse wasn't as chill as she was, I couldn't stand here like this, doing this, and I really like doing this. I enjoy this. She's sweet, she's kind, she's cuddly, and this little sweetheart here, I love this little horse. But anyhow, it's what is good horsemanship? And I think I kind of alluded to that a bit in one of my other videos recently, it's a mentality that you have that spills over into virtually everything you do. And it is how you think of the horse. It's position in your life, how you perceive it, how you care about it. And, well, it goes even further than that. It's all about how can I improve what I'm doing to help that horse? How can I be more successful at what I do? How can I not scare the horse, earn its trust? How can I improve my craft, my skills, without putting fame and fortune, pride and ego ahead of the horse? That's all a mentality. It's not methods and techniques, and I've said this many times, is good horsemanship
is not about methods and techniques. It's about mentality. And, well, without a doubt, methods and techniques, they're handy. Don't get me wrong. And if you use good ones, they can be very, very useful. Goodness sakes, what a sucky horse. And, there's absolutely no doubt about it. Good methods and techniques are useful. Absolutely. But you don't even have to go to a good horseman to find them. You can actually find them amongst a lot of guys that I honestly do not think are that good. It doesn't mean you can't learn from them, though. But if you want to learn how to be a good horseman, that's something that's a whole lot harder to learn, actually. And it's not something that you're going to read in a book or watch in a video. It's not methods and techniques. It's an attitude. It's your mentality towards what you're doing. It's your attitude towards the horse. And, there's just no simple way about it. And I've tried to explain this stuff many times. And I don't even know how I can do it any better because it's hard. And if you don't get the concept, I could explain it 20 times and you're still not going to get the concept. You guys are annoying. Get out of my face. Honestly. Well, it's like I said in the personal space thing, it's not whether or not they're in your space, it's how they behave. And she's not hurting me. She's not pushing on me. And if I want her to get away, she'll get away. Yeah, see, go away, go away, go away. Go. Here. Bye-bye. See, it's that easy. And she doesn't take offense to it with this little sweetheart here. She's still going to hang around because that's just the way she is. She's very gentle. She's very sweet. Oh, you're back. I guess I didn't offend her enough. Go away. Yeah, I told you to go away. Go on. Off with you. Go. So, what is good horsemanship? Like I said, I don't know. I can't really elaborate much. I've already kind of said it. It's a mentality. It's your attitude. It's, doing the best you can do with what you got. And it's not about methods and techniques. And that's one of those things is your relationship with your horse and your training and everything. It's not an event. It's not, I taught the horse how to do this or that or the other thing. I use this method, that system, and so on and so forth. No, it's an ongoing, it's trying to think how some people have worded it, and it's not exclusive to any one particular group of people. It's a journey, not an event. Training your horse is a journey, and it can take days, weeks, months, even years. Well, actually, yeah, years, because honestly, it doesn't matter how well trained your horse is. Right to its dying day, it never stops learning. So your journey continues to the day that the horse is no longer with you, and that will very, very easily be years. So it's not an event. It's not using a simple method or technique. It's something that takes place over a span of a very long time, and some of that can be quite enjoyable too. That's the other thing that a lot of people don't seem to get. They're all concerned about training the horse to become rideable, which seems to be the thing that everybody wants to do. Got to ride the horse. But there's so many things you can do with your horse that don't involve riding, that involve building a relationship with your horse, just hanging out with it, enjoying your time with it, treating it good, making it a pleasant experience for the horse, and that's good horsemanship. And it's like, well, you see, these ones want to be with me. Why? Because I have demonstrated good horsemanship with them at all times. They haven't been just, it's not just I'm going to teach her to do a side pass, or I'm going to teach her to whatever. No, it's not that. It's like every day when I see this horse, it's like, hey, hi, sweetie. How you doing? What can we do today to make your life with me a little bit better? And there's no method or technique that's going to teach you that. That's an attitude you got to have that allows you to build your relationship with your horse. That's good horsemanship. And like I said, going back to what is mutually benefit. Everything, absolutely everything is mutually beneficial. Because, like I said, if it's good for the horse, it's good for you. because the better the horse is, the safer it is, which is better for you. So there's, it doesn't matter. Good horsemanship, there's absolutely no downside to it at all. Might seem a little bit slower to some people based on the 30, 60, 90-day training thing that, regime that a lot of people seem to still think is a good way of doing things. The way I do things, it take a lot longer than that. But you know what? It doesn't matter because I've enjoyed every minute of that 90, 120, 360 days. I don't care how long it is. It doesn't matter. I can enjoy every one of those days because every single day that I spend with the horse, I enjoy. And so, as our relationship improves and gets better, things just get better all the way around. So anyhow, I don't know. I can't explain it a whole lot better than that, but I'm sure I'm going to try again in the future. But what is good horsemanship? It's an attitude. It's not a method or technique. What is training your horse? It's a journey. It's not an event. I guess those are the two simplest ways of putting it. And if it takes you months or even years, don't worry about it. That's probably the best way to do it.
Okay, now you get an idea of what I think good horsemanship is and what it entails and all that good stuff, and I don't need to elaborate anymore. I'll just be repeating what you just finished watching. Not much point in doing that stuff. So I hope you get something out of that good horsemanship is not a method or technique, it's a mentality. Remember that one. That's the important part, because if you got the mentality right, even if your methods and techniques aren't the best in the world, eventually you're going to make them work for you because you're going to be thinking about what's best for the horse and how you can make things work for the horse, which in turn works for you. It's really that simple. Nothing fancy about it. Hope you enjoyed that. Have a great day. Bye now.